hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? Big Porky here, the voice of hardcore boxing, and I hope you've subscribed as well, or we're coming to pay you a visit. Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com. Do you know what, Q? I don't even know if this car's for me. I don't know. I don't know if it's me, you know, it being green. I've got a thing about green. I don't like green if it's between two Rizzlers. I love that. It's like something what KSI would drive, isn't it? You know. What's red button for launch control? Huh? What's red thing for here? Start button, isn't it? A what? Start button. Key. You ain't gonna start with that key. Oh, there you go. Pop, pop, bang. All right, though, isn't it? Is it a wrap this or proper paint? Proper paint. Who'd paint a Lamborghini green? They want lining up against the wall and flogging, doing this to a Lamborghini. A Lamborghini should be yellow. I've not got keys yet. I'm going to wait for him to took keys over them. All right, then. I'll get her going in a bit. Pop, pop, bang. Tyson Fury, they're stringing us all along. Game changer announcements. I run boxing. I'm at the top of the pile. In the last 2 years, he's fought Derek Chisora and Dylan White in the last 2 years. That's it since Wilder. That is it. And now he's fighting Ngannou, who's never had a boxing match in his life, but they're going to get it passed as a boxing match. But don't worry, folks. The WBC belt is not on the line. They're not going to put us through that torture. So Tyson probably thinks that's okay, but personally, I think he misjudged British public, and what will be will be. Hello, you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russie from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and leaving a comment and sharing the video on your WhatsApp amongst your pedigree chums. Right. Let's welcome Mumbling Andy back from Aberdeen. How are you doing, Andy?
Good, thanks, Russ.
Good man. Right, here we go. Eubank Senior, he seems to be piping up and all that every 2 minutes, doesn't he? Plenty to say in that. What has he been saying this week, and what's he been up to? Because the guy's a complete prick. But what's he been up to?
I think his
cheddar slipped off his cracker.
I think he's going to spill the beans on the Herons, I think, or the Hills. Or I've got a feeling some of the things he's come out with about talking about weigh-ins, and it's 2 different weigh-ins or something for the one fight and all this caper. Talking way back when he was fighting. So I just seen the one interview when he was talking about it, and he's he's calling for Conor Benn to fight at 147 instead of 160, and the people around him aren't caring about him and whatnot. So he's got valid points, isn't he? He's obviously eccentric, but he's one of the kind of characters of boxing. But he's got fair point. I'll back him if he's calling out stuff that shouldn't be happening, calling out shit.
Yeah. He's saying he's going to expose Barry Epstein. Do you reckon he will?
I think he might. He couldn't put it past him. He was pretty vocal around the time of the proposed fight with Eubank Jr. and Ben, wasn't he? He made a lot of noise then, didn't he?
Yeah, but why was he making this noise about Barry Hearn when he were in his pomp and they were earning all the millions? Why come out now and say, "Oh,
he's not getting money off him now, is he?" So
yeah, but they did all right for him, didn't they? They got him that 10 million with Sky deal, didn't they? Back in day 30 years ago, 10 million with Sky were like unheard of.
Was that $1 million a fight or something? Wasn't it? He was fighting quite often, wasn't he? Aye.
So right, what did you think to the pain game with True Geordie? His opinion.
Was that when he was talking about Fury?
Yeah,
he was laughing his head off.
Today, hasn't he?
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. Haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, he was Big Brian.
He was getting stuck, isn't he? He was getting stuck into Fury. Saying he was getting stuck. He was getting stuck in.
Stop interrupting me, you Scotch. Live here.
He was getting stuck into Fury, wasn't he? He was shouting him out for a misfits match, and I reckon he could take him and having a right go at him, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was, and he's a big lump, that Brian, isn't he?
Does he fight?
I don't know, but you wouldn't like him to get older. He must be 20 Clementines. You know, so
he'd give you quite an intense cuddle, I would think.
Cuddle? Fucking hell, man.
Bear hug.
Is that what they do? Is that what they do in your local land there at bar? Cuddle people, men?
No.
Is that alcohol you've got there?
Yeah.
Is it? What is it?
Vodka. It's JJ Whiteley vodka tonight.
You jocks are always drinking alcohol, aren't you? What do you put on your cornflakes, Andy? Lager?
Vodka and milk.
Or I thought you were going to say there, Andy. McEwen's Export.
McEwen's Export. Tartan Special.
Yeah, is that what they call it?
Believe it or not, I remember I was at my granddad's funeral. This is a long time ago, and his brother, who I don't think I'd met him before, and we're sitting at the wake after the funeral, and he pulls it. You know the old glass Lucozade bottles you got, the little bottles. Yeah. Well, he pulls one of them out the inside pocket of his jacket, and he's got milk in it, and he was putting milk in his whiskey. Never seen anybody doing that before. That's what he drunk. Milk and whiskey.
Well, I'm going to top you there with a topper story. This is a story. Alex Higgins, years ago, used to put milk in a glass to say to everybody, "Look, I'm not on alcohol." And he was drinking milk at these shows, and everybody was saying, "Oh, his managers, his sponsors, oh, he's turned his life around. It was milk laced with whiskey."
Oh. The same stuff.
See, Alex Higgins, I thought he was mesmerised. I used to model my game on him, something like run-throughs he used to do with cue ball and stuff like that. I was mesmerised by him. After he'd had his shot, you know, it'd be smoke, drink. You know what I mean? Straight and fidgeting in his seat and all that. And I liked him. I thought he was one of them guys that we always wanted cue ball down at bottom end, you know, with black one and pink. In scoring end, he did everything wrong with his stance, and he even broke off with ball on the other side, didn't he? Just to be awkward. But he always found his way really good amongst the balls, you know, a real good snooker brain. So I were a fan, but I think he were his own executioner in end. And I think that's what Tyson Fury will be in end. I think he'll be his own executioner. I do, because he's from being likeable to just a prick. He's gone from being likeable to a prick, and all them around him are pricks. Arse lickers, woodpeckers, Sponsors, the lot of them, they're all here for a payday. They can't go out and get a few quid on their own, so the sponsor. I mean, do you know what? He looks to me like he's ready to lose plot because he's got a lot of pressure on him. Don't forget, right? He 35, but he's a young 35 in his head, isn't he? Because there's no boundaries been set back by anybody to him, have there? So he's got a lot going on in his head, and they've got everybody around him trying to lift his leg or nip in, and there's a lot of people around him trying to say, "Oh, I don't like him. I don't like him." Nobody likes anybody in that camp, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Slagging each other to death. So I think the best thing he could do is drop the lot. Drop the lot. You know the story about when I used to go see Frotch at Ellaby Hall in his camps. He'd be there on his own, getting out. He used to have a brand new. I'll tell you when he bought it. When he beat Dirrell. So it'd have been a 59 plate Range Rover, and he put it on a private plate, F12 OCH it was at the time, which spelt Frotch. I remember Frotch getting out that big massive bag and just umping all his stuff around on his own. I said, "You ain't got an entourage." So what do I need to pay people for? What to eat, when to eat it, when to train, and to carry my bag. I carry my own bag. He had a diary, when to eat, when to sleep, when to train, and he's kept all them diaries. But everybody else, they don't take heed from something like that, do they? They all have to have all these teams of people around them to G them up. Why is that? You can either fight or you can't fight.
Yeah,
right?
I couldn't actually
fucking line.
I couldn't believe the amount of people that was in Fury's entourage, innit? It's never always been like that, has it?
What, 60 odd?
That's mental,
30 to 60 odd out there. What is that? All these people have got to be fed water. Man said that they won't be done. They probably blagged them a free holiday. That's all you've got. 60 odd people on an all exclusive, and all telling him he's great. And his father running around with no top on, right? Because Tyson had no top in at the Wayne, so his dad's got no top. Overkill, mate. It's fucking overkill.
He never used to have an entourage that size, did he?
You what?
He never used to have an entourage that size. Joshua's always had a big entourage, but he's never had a big entourage all the time, has he?
Joshua's toned it down now. But Tyson, no, dear. Listen, all them there, I hope they like working for Note.
No.
He'll not be paying for them. Tyson, they'll have blagged it with Saudis, won't they? Most of them. They've thrown a lot of money at summer, and now they'll be reflecting, thinking we've thrown all that money at these. They've got the win, and now they're deciding they're not fighting December 23rd. Them Saudis will be sat there, because these are business people. These will be thinking, "Oh, what a carry on that one. We've just had these. We've put them up, room and board, fed and watered, and all their kin, and all their friends, and friends of friends." I heard there were people in that entourage that didn't even know who some other people were. Who's that? Nobody knew anybody. Leeches and locusts, and they reckon meal times around pool were even worse. It was like locusts. Never seen nothing like it. And room service, I've heard they had one of them trolleys that were going up and down to hotel every 2 minutes at rooms just to feed them. Just to feed them, because it's all exclusive and they're entitled to it. But no, listen, mate. There's a lot of people pissed off with it all out there. It's like Dominic Negus said. He were acting like a fucking melt. Pure melt.
There's a rumour Nagano's going to fight on the 23rd of December?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, they've got that slot, haven't they? Somebody's got to fight.
Yeah. He's got to fill it.
It won't be Fury Power. It won't be one of Fury Powers, will it?
And it won't be Joshua, because they'll try and block Eddie Hills for getting into the Saudi money, won't they?
Unless they're going to wheel out Big Shane and he can fight Big Max, the breadcrumb.
Big Max.
Big Shane bottled Max, didn't he? Shane's another one. He's never had a fight, has he? All these big fighters, we want to see him in action. We don't want to hear stories that are made up. We want to see the real deal. Is Shane a big
See the
fan?
real thing.
People keep telling me horror stories about him. He's a big, big man. But we've not seen any action yet, have we?
No.
We're hearing a lot of talking from all of them.
I seen an interview with him saying that he didn't seem happy about the fight and that, and he said he was going to get rid of all the yes men and that.
Well, he had
a 4 week camp.
He had to say that. He had to. Let me just get rid of dogs. He's growling. He's doing me. What are you growling at? Out! Get out! No time for that, man. He wants to sit growling at me. Oh, got no attention deficit disorder. I've got, I think. No, I'll tell you what I've got. What do people come out with now? Oh, mental health. I've got mental health.
Mental health.
I said to my mum, don't speak to me like that. I've got mental health. And I went, get out. Coming around here with your mental health story. You never had mental health in Nick Russell. You're only ever happy when you were in fucking Nick. Telling me all your stupid jokes on visits.
That's what Mike Tyson said, as happy as days of his life are in the prison, didn't it?
Oh, I thought it were laugh me. Well, all you can do is just abuse screws all day, so just abuse them. Because they hate it. Yeah. But eventually they come and get you, don't they, 4 morning and put you in block. Take you down to the block like a little lamb, carry you, put you in there for a couple of years. No sunlight, like you do. And you end up with really dark eyes. That's what happens to you. If you look at pictures of me from years ago, what happens because you don't get sunlight, do you? You don't get nutrition.
No vitamin D, yeah.
If they give 1 shower a week, if you're lucky in block for a year, you got 52 showers a year. And you all want to get a decent meal, aren't you? And no sunlight. You're gonna look shite, aren't you? So when I see them in Frenchgate Centre, screws, them that think they rock hard, and they walk over at bridge, don't they, from Donkey Chaz, with Donkey Chaz outfit on, thinking they're hard, and they've got to come through Frenchgate. When I see them, I go, hey, you screw, why are you walking around with your screw coat on? You're a prick. That's what you are. That's what I think about them. But it is what it is, isn't it? Right. People who sit on the fence and arseholes get caked in splinters. I've seen a couple of interviews this week and I have to pull these people up. Big stiff Elmer Fudd, Johnny Fisher. Johnny Fisher, has anybody ever seen a Johnny Fisher interview? Has anybody seen a Johnny Fisher interview? Oh my God. He's me pal. He's me pal. He's everybody's pal. What about you and Dave Allen? He's me pal. Respect to the White Rhino. I can't believe he's calling me out. Listen, White Rhino fit would run over you like a steam truck. All right, Mr. Rugby League. Dave Allen, if he were fit, would run over Johnny Fisher and reverse over him and wheel spin on him, but he can't drive, Dave. But if he could, he'd run over him. So all this Johnny Fisher talk and Ngannou and all this, listen, Johnny Fisher, you've won an area belt. You're not King Kong. You've got an area belt that Eddie Hills bought you. You fought a big stiff for it. You've got a belt. Well done. You've got one up board. Go get in English in a Commonwealth, then we'll talk. Start calling Wardley out. Stop calling Ngannou out for this knackers misfit stuff. Start calling Wardley out, lad. Do it job properly. But you're not going to get paid for Wardley one like you would Ngannou, are you? So stop making out that you're all about business and boxing and belts and taking it serious, and then calling out Ngannou for dough. You're a prick doing that. Go back to basics. You're raw as fuck. He's raw as oak, man. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Johnny Fisher is raw. Don't spoil your CV, lad. Playing to crowd. Oh, I put Johnny Fisher in with Ngannou, said Eddie Hills. I'd put my next door neighbour in with him, but he won't win.
You better stay away from him.
They're asking him about Tyson Fury and Joshua, and he's got his tongue right up their arseholes. And he can't comment or negative about it. He's me pal, he's me pal. Crawl out of it.
He better stay away from Wardley, eh?
Eh?
He better stay away from Wardley for the time being. I think Wardley will
Listen,
iron him out, I think.
get Tommy Fletcher to step up to heavyweight. He'll flatten him.
Mm-hmm.
That Ipswich, is he Ipswich? That kid Ipswich up that end? Not
Ipswich.
Ipswich. Where's he from? Him, that Danny Fletcher, Tommy Fletcher. Sorry,
Tommy Fletcher, I'm not
Norwich.
sure.
Is he not? I think he might be Norwich up that way.
Norwich, huh?
Norwich. Well, if you're from Norwich, Tommy, go flatten Big Stiff. He's in your gym. He's in your stable, and you've got the same trainer. I'd love to see some of their spars. No.
Sale of the Century live from Norwich. That'll be where Parsons is it?
Nicholas Parsons. Oh, that from the 70s, isn't it? That, is it? Yeah, remember it in the 70s, yeah.
Live from Norwich. Sale of the Century.
That's Eddie Earn's no little
That's it.
Rent, grooming, isn't he? Eddie's grooming.
Rent boy.
Parsons. Eddie's
Rent boy. That's Cougs out the window, isn't it? Cougs is.
He'll be having nightmares of a Parsons. Access to Eduardo.
That's it.
Know what I mean?
Cougs is in there. He's heading for the skip. Cougs, isn't he?
What pissed me off about Johnny Fisher though, he's piped up and he's come out with that. He's on about doing a 4-day in darkness thing with his dad, like Joshua. You know, don't they have to say all right things and all? Why would you come out with that? You licker! Think of your own ideas. Go turn your bedroom light off in your bedroom. Take bulb out and give your phone to your nana or something, and just put a sign on your door. Don't come in this bedroom for 4 days. Go do that, mate. Or why don't you try it? Why don't you try 333 days on basic, sat on a cold floor, 18 morning while 8 at night. And at 8 at night, they'll throw you a mattress in. They take it off you at 18 morning. Little blue thin thing. Try that for 333 days, lad, with 1 shower a week. No phone and in darkness. You try that. And then come back to me, pop, pop, bang.
He needs to be original, instead of copying all his heroes.
Oh, they're licking the mates' arseholes, aren't they? That's what they're doing. They're saying, look, it all starts out like this at the beginning. They're everybody's pal. Look at Dave Allen. He was everybody's pal, wasn't he, at the beginning? Now he can't stand the sight of 99% of people around him in boxing. Thinks they're all... Yeah. He can't stand anybody in boxing. And too right what they've done to him.
Yeah.
He's been pushed out, hasn't he, now? He's on outside looking in, but there was a time where he was on the inside, wasn't it? But he had the opportunities, didn't he? He didn't grab them, did he?
He's like the guy in Trading Places, isn't it? The film where, who was it again? Was it Dan Aykroyd? Remember he was flying high. Next thing he's looking in restaurant windows, watching the guy eating all his food.
yeah.
That's it.
That's Dave Allen. That's Dave Allen, and it's a shame, isn't it? And do you know how people get discarded in this sport? That's the bad thing. They don't do. It's a bit like 3rd division and 4th division footballers, isn't it? Back in the day, you know, they just get discarded, don't they? But at least they get a pension, don't they, from FA?
Yeah, he's a heavyweight doormat, isn't he? Just a heavyweight doormat. Just been used by a doormat for a doormat by Eddie Hills. Shocking, really.
Yeah. What about Johnny Horsecock's MBE?
He's Johnny at the Palace,
Horsecock with his MBE at the Palace. Mingling
with all the king's horses and all the king's men. Couldn't put Johnny together again.
I wonder if they grabbed on to Johnny and said, Johnny, is it true that your middle name's Horsecock?
That's
Ty and Boob's on about coming back, Andy. What do you reckon to that? Ty and Boob in his pink training outfit, pink hand wraps and all job lot, trained by the Flexinator.
Like Penelope Pitstop. He's been away a while, hasn't he?
Well, I wonder if Flex is making a comeback. Hey?
PC Flexinator.
Well, Ty and Boob's got 2 knockouts out of 28 fights. Maybe Flex might work on his power.
Work on his power, Is he a feather duster man, you reckon?
2 knockouts out of 28. Yeah, he's a feather duster. He can still crack, but that style, that Ingle style, it's not about that, is it? They can all punch.
Nah,
It's
they're not planting their feet though. Eh?
if you still watch him up back, they've still got them Ingle moves, but he's rusty as out, isn't he? But they've got them Ingle moves. They teach them. They're all out of range all the time, and it's that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. They're not in mix, are they? You know, kind of thing. But no, they're never exciting to watch. Ryan Rhodes and Naz, exciting to watch out that gym. Rest of them, Kelbrook as well.
Yeah.
Rest of them, not worth a carrot. None of them that have been there. None of them, especially Horsecock. But Horsecock's blank, isn't he, really? How's Horsecock got an MBE? Could you imagine if Horsecock going Hall of Fame? I'd have to pack Porky's corner in, wouldn't I? If Horsecock got in Hall of Fame, it'd take shine off the Cobra getting in, wouldn't it? Because they were, Johnny going Hall of Fame. Carl Froch's got an MBE. Johnny Nelson's got one. I bet Cobra's thinking. Johnny ends up in an HOF.
Diluting all the Cobra's achievements. Eh?
The Cobra who fought killer after killer after killer. And we've got Johnny Nelson there knocking on door for Hall of Fame, and all he's got is a fluked win over Carl Thompson. That let's have it right. Referee what a fucking windy-licker.
Was that Paul Thomas that was the referee for that one? Was it? I'm trying to remember.
I forget who it were, mate, but it
was. Oh, that was horrendous. Eh? That was horrendous. Remember, who had Carl Thompson just beaten? Was it Eubank he'd beaten? And Johnny and Brendan Ingle were at ringside shouting. They took away. They stole Carl Thompson's spotlight for winning the fight, you know, and it crashed his interview and started shouting, mouthing off at him and all this. It was pretty poor, I thought. And then the fight, he just stole his title off him, basically. The referee stole his title off him. That was shocking. That was one of the worst stoppages I've ever seen, I think.
Well, all I know is that whenever there's a pound note up there, there's an Ingle.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
So Big John Fury's 200 grand. Is KSI going to give it? Yes or no?
No.
No. Would Big John have given him it?
Maybe Big John will hate to fight him for it. Eh?
Would Big John have paid him 200 if he'd have lost?
No.
There you go.
Don't think so.
Not a chance. Not on your Nelly. We'll finish off on this one then. Oscar De La Hoya, you know, the man that likes to dress up as a woman.
Yeah.
Bit of Kelly Maloney in him. Oscar De La Hoya has said that Bricktop, Eddie Hills, the Bob Father, Big Ron, and all the rest of them all need to start working together. What do you think?
Yeah, he's probably right on that, isn't
he? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But if they all start working together, will they all get on?
No. I think George Warren seems to be able. He'd probably be able to work the matchroom. I don't think Bricktop would. Bricktop's maybe too stuck in his ways. So Bricktop's king of the hill at the moment, isn't he? You can't take that away from him. He's on it now, isn't he?
You've got to understand, Andy, that Eddie Hills, when Bricktop wanted to work with him, he said, "No, I'm not giving him a leg up." And then the fans turned on Eddie. Within 48 hours, Eddie went, "You know what? You're probably right. I should have a meet with him for lunch." And he kept dragging this lunch thing on and on and on. It's dragged out now. And it's 32 months, isn't it, now, since he said that?
Still never happened there.
So for 32 months, Eddie's been spinning this yarn about, well, I speak to George Warren. Yeah, maybe me and Frank should meet. It hadn't happened. And what did I say 32 months ago? I says, look, they're paying lip service. They're not going to work together. Frank needed it then. Eddie didn't.
Yeah.
Now, Frank don't need it, but Eddie does. So it's
now Eddie's...
And now Frank's giving him the cold shoulder, isn't he?
Yes, he's riding high at the moment, Bricktop, isn't he? Eddie's scraping about, isn't he?
Scraping about. Well, Canelo's gone. Joshua's
gone.
Katie Taylor, she's got to beat Chantel Cameron. Maybe if she flukes that, she's still knackered.
Nah, she's not going to win that.
Dylan White, he's knackered. Conor Benn, the saying's going to fight. Well, announce it then.
I think half Eddie's problem is because he's stuck up for Conor Benn, and that's dragged him down. It's certainly dragged his reputation down along with others.
Fans have turned on him, haven't they? People don't want to sign him because they're thinking, what's going on here with all this drug issue stuff? Who's in charge? what's happening here? Our fighters being put in a situation where they know they've got to sign with Matchroom. Because have you noticed that Matchroom now? Fighters are signing with him, whereas before nobody had a deal, did they?
Yeah, that's right. It's all handshake jobs, isn't it?
Well, why were that? Because everybody was saying, "Oh, Eddie's such a trustworthy guy. You get paid on night. He's brilliant. We don't need a contract." Am I right? Look what he's done for so
Yep.
and so. Look what he's done for so and so. Look what he's done for so and so. And Eddie's like, "Yeah, the only person who's got a contract is Anthony Joshua. Nobody else has got one." Well, fair enough. Coley had one though, didn't he?
Coley had one, didn't he? He was struggling to get out of that, wasn't he? Or
Conor Benn's got one.
his issues. Yeah.
That's two. And they're signing people up on deals now, whereas before they didn't. What's that tell you? Because they now don't trust anybody, do they?
Scared, eh?
No, they're scared of losing them because Bricktop before they weren't bothered if anybody went because Bricktop couldn't pay them. But now they can pay him. He's on back foot now, so I don't see them working together. They've not done a fight a year since Eddie's been a promoter.
No.
And getting back to Fury, he's under a month since Vladimir, and he's had 10 fights, and he's nearly. I think he's just after Christmas. It's under a month. So what's he? One fight every 10 months, but they were going to have him fight every 2 months.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Bullshit, liars, but you're not allowed to question them on it, or you lose your access, or they just call you a bedroom blogger, or you've got a quilt, what is it, box rec wallpaper, or transform a bed duvet or something. Listen, end of the day, look on that profile picture there, what you got. You've got Matchroom, professional liquors, you've got Colwell there, right. All these three, they all look deformed in the facial expressions. Look at Colwell. His head's quite deformed. It's slim at top like Larry Holmes's. Bellew's definitely deformed, and he looks like he's on spectrum, doesn't he, that Parsons? All three of them have got one thing in common. Their heads were removed from Eddie Hearn's underpants. Hey, could you imagine them telling tales on people to Eddie in text messages? I know it goes on, I've been told.
Eddie's like king of.
Imagine having to report back to Frank Smith so that he can. What is all that about? Telling tales. What is that about?
He's king of the liquors, eh?
Listen, Tony Bellew, I've been worried about him for a few years because he went from, but saying that he was like that with Bricktop. Bellew, you see, this is it, you see, right? Bellew forgets what he was like with Bricktop when he were under Bricktop's banner. Oh my God, hanging out the back of him. He were hanging out the back of Bricktop, mate. Hanging out the back of him. I don't know what happened, but they went their own separate ways, and they've never been the same since, has it? And now he's not only hanging out the back of Eddie, he's eating his food for him.
He's got sweet corn on his teeth.
I mean, I'm not being funny, like, but that Parsons, oh my God, is that a comedy act? That is he doing that for a bet? He's got to be doing this for a bet, man.
He's like a pet chihuahua that he carries about in his handbag, isn't he?
Is he doing this for a bet? We've got a little fat kid, 5'3", from Cirencester, 19-year-old, and he's sat on Eddie Hearn's knee like a garden gnome.
He's like a ventriloquist dummy.
Hey? Oh, hang on a minute. I'm just, I think we've
like
got
a ventriloquist dummy.
Rocky's scratching to get back into circle of trust. What can I do for you, Rocky? I've gone into my daughter's bedroom. He's left me, hasn't he, now?
He's abandoned you.
Oh, bothered anyway. He's been pissing me off lately. He keeps showing me his teeth. I turned to him right early and I went, Rocky, and he went, but I've noticed he only ever does it when he's sat on the pillow next to my pillow. And I think because I've turned my head, I've turned it onto his pillow. That's his domain. He told me, oh, you've entered his domain. I said, well, how's he got to that when it's my fucking bed? Because I've allowed him to lay on it. But he's gone from on floor to bottom of bed to the side of bed to now I'm fucking pilling him in space 8.5 year. Nearly 8.5 year, mate. What is all that about? And now he's showing me his teeth. I'm not having it, mate. F
He's
off.
maybe doing John Fury impressions towards you now.
Well, him off on her. And I don't feel bad about it either. He's sat in there, right, with face. I could just open the door now. He's got face on. And I thought, fuck you, Rocky. Show me your teeth.
And a half.
Right, Emily Bridges. I've been told that she's been carrying off like a diva in Rotherham. What do you think about her? And is she going to have a fight again? Because there's a lot of talking going on, but no fucking fighting. What do you think?
The last I seen of her, she was hanging on to Conor McGregor, in some forged stout or something, is it that he sells or promotes or makes or whatever. When was the last time she fought? Has she still got a title?
Yeah.
Has she left Mark Tibbs? She was with him, wasn't she? And she left him.
Mark Tibbs got rid of her and Ellie Brook on the same day, 2 months back.
Right. So where is she now?
Caldwell.
Oh, she's with Caldwell.
Over here.
Hope she likes it hot then. He'll let the heat turn up, boy.
It's probably a good fit for her anyway, because he can hold pads, can't he? You don't have to crouch down. The same height, aren't they?
Oh, well, wait and see what happens to her if she gets any more fights. But she gets stuck in, she's obviously gimmicky, isn't she? But she does get stuck in when she fights. She's no fear to get hit, is she? But
it's women, isn't it, with big gloves on?
Aye, yeah. There needs to be 3-minute rounds for women's boxing as well.
Why don't they put her in with Lauren? Not Lauren? What's she called now? Lauren Price, is it? Is that her name, Lauren Price? That girl who's or Caroline Dubois? Why don't they put her in with her?
She can punch Caroline Dubois, so
Caroline Dubois would bite her off.
Right. She would do her in there. She'll maybe, she'll probably end up in the Misfits eventually.
She probably will be with bangers on her.
Nah, she's right up for that, and she's got the look for the Misfits. So, but she's done well selling that, creating an image and selling herself. But she's done well that way, I suppose. She's probably made a bit of money doing that, but it's not really my cup of tea. I don't mind women's boxing, but it's quite a shallow depth of talent, really, isn't there? Overall.
Yeah, there is. It's shite. Well, that's bottom line, isn't it? Women's boxing shite, mate. You know it, I know. Yeah. Everybody knows it. Yeah, there's some nice lasses in it who do box, but on the whole, it's a lot of shite. Do you know what I mean? The only ones that are any good are really the ones from who've been to Olympics and all that, aren't they? The GB ones. The rest of them are just there as donkey fodder. That's the bottom line.
Is Savannah Marshall going to MMA? Did I hear that somewhere?
Yeah, apparently.
She's good. I liked her. I liked Savannah. I thought she was a good fighter. But I heard she's going to MMA. So is that because there's not enough people to fight? Maybe. Can I get a fight?
Right. She probably looked at it and thought, "What's going on here? Well, what is going on? You can't be expected to stick her in with school dinner, ladies. Can we like half fights? That's no good. It's got to be
it's no use. Yeah. She's done well, though, She has done well.
Millionaire.
Yeah.
Millionaire, right? Multi-millionaire now. So she's happy, isn't she? She's done
good on her.
Don't spend now. Free car, free everything, isn't it, when you're at that level?
Yeah.
She's sponsors. She's looked after her money, and good luck to her.
Yeah. Natasha Jonas is good as well. I like her. She's done well for herself.
Very good. Very slick southpaw. Very good. Got she's very good in front of camera. Very good in front. Very camera friendly, isn't she? And speaks well in front of camera. She's a very good interview.
Made a good pundit,
She ticks all boxes for what they look for in that sort of work. She ticks every box. A bit like me, I tick every box in what you look for until I open my mouth.
Till you start bullying me.
Bullying you, Andy. Fire. You'll be all right down pit round here. You wouldn't you, Scotsman down here.
I'll be all right, I'd be all right.
Can you imagine Stick or you lot got coming down here to work down mines? No wonder you came down 200 men at a time.
Is that what happened? Was it 200 at a time?
Set
Team handed.
200 at a time they were setting on in different parts of pits around here, each pit, yeah. Hey, good workers. We had Scots were good workers. They come down, Russ. They worked and they went out at night and they mucked and they intertwined into the community around, obviously, where I'm from. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good stuff, aye.
That's good. And to be honest with you, I thought they had a better team than England in the 70s, mate.
Maybe a what, sorry?
They had a better team than England in the 70s, Scottish. That's what I felt.
Did I? Jim Baxter and that were all good players, weren't they?
Done no, and he was goalie, mate. Him.
Jim Baxter, no, he was a striker, was he no?
What goal? No, it were Alan fucking Ruff for it or something.
Alan Ruff, aye. He was his keeper in the 70s, aye.
Yeah, what 78. Dalglish up front with Big Joe Jordan.
And Graham Souness and
Little Billy and Graham Souness in middle.
yeah.
Little Billy.
Little Billy Bremner. Dennis Law. Dennis Law was a good player
Dennis
as well.
on wing. The Lawmen. What a team.
Yeah.
What about England 70s? We had King Kev.
King Kev, Kevin Keegan. Splash it on. Him and
couldn't even get in Donny Rovers' team, could he?
Could you know?
From Anthorpe, innit? He couldn't get in Rovers' team, so he ended up going to Scunthorpe and then went to Liverpool, didn't he? Obviously, then and the rest is history, innit? Did you know Real Madrid bid 1.5 million for Keegan in 77?
Did they? Jeez.
Liverpool aimed go for 500, didn't they? But Real Madrid bid that for him and they knocked it back. It's a true story, that.
It's mega money back then, eh?
Well, Trevor Francis for only £1 million, wasn't he, in 79?
All right, aye.
Remember that Only Fools and Horses? Trevor Francis tracksuits from a mush in Shepherd's Bush. You remember them Trevor Francis tracksuits? He can run like the wind. And they used to have like a stripe. They used to have a stripe down the side of them. Well, they're back, aren't they now? They're like in Under Armour design. A bit like Steve Austin, isn't it? Bionic Man. Trevor Francis had one of them. Trevor Francis tracksuits from a mush in Shepherd's Bush. Push, no income tax. Don't you remember it in Only Fools and Horses?
I love Only Fools and Horses. It's brilliant. Aye.
Brilliant.
It's quality, yeah. Quality comedy.
We've had a good one tonight, and we've wrote a few.
Put the world to rights.
I've still got Tourette's. It comes out at night. I'm struggling here with this. Well, you can't see because I've not got camera turned on, but you've seen them photos, haven't you? Pretty graphic, isn't it?
Aye. Hopefully you get that one sorted out soon, eh?
It's not measles, I'm telling you that. It's not measles. There's no heads on them and there's no water coming out. I mean, just look like...
Midgie bites.
A what?
Like midgie bites.
Midgie bite. Cake to them, mate. Cake to them. But biggest mistake I made, I went to bed last night with a bread knife. Because, if you're scratching... Last time I used it, I got my leg, when you're trying to get bandaged or so. I went to bed with that and I woke up. Oh my God. It was like, have you seen that film? I forget what it's called, but it was bad. It's bad.
Aye.
But anyway, okie doke. Thanks for coming on.
Pal. You take care.
Take care. Cheers, mate.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and
leave a comment and share the video.
Share the video. Good stuff.